The son of the heavyweight champ, it's Elijah Holyfield. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Holyfield, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Noble. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
And he comes back with one complete.
Pass interference, defense.
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Noble eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. From the gun, Noble. That's caught at the 3. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. So that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
It's been quite the evolution for Stephon Diggs, because when he came out of high school, many thought he was the top prospect going into college football. Didn't have quite the career that was expected, and actually got drafted lower than what many people thought. But, boy, is he playing to a top level now while he's in Minnesota.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. The numbers for Diggs from a week ago. 3 catches, 51 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Cousins, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And that's caught by Smith. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A carry here for Holyfield. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Noble. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. These two teams all tied after 1. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Noble. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. Throwing on first down. Noble escaping the pressure right. And now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Cousins gives way to Cook. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Single. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Vikings! Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run with Holyfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 4 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring...
Noble's pass, complete to Shelton Gibson. Touchdown.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Elliott good with a PAT. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Throwing his Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the red zone now, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Antonio Brown, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Noble, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From just shy of midfield, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Cousins on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this is Cook with a grab. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Noble. This one caught by Davis. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 4th down, Noble. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Gotta do better.
First down, here's Cousins. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Cousins. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Off the play fake. Noble. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Emerson Griffin.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They run it again with Cook, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 3 yards out, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Noble over the middle, complete. It's Lyons. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
Let's go.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off play action. Noble. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. Pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you huddle him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
They'll get 5 on the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Noble. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Now Cousins. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. From the 3rd line on 2nd and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 6 seconds now, 5 seconds. Cousins. Open man is Thielen, it's complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. And he's able to find. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now a first throw here in overtime. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down, Noble. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On 3rd down, Noble. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And now out comes Minnesota. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Ready? Tie it right. 4 down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll.